Gora Nomai, welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today's game between the Canterbury Red Devils, the home team, and the visiting Dunedin Thunder. Game 8 for the Devils, 6 for the Thunder. Game 16 on the schedule for the NZIHL. We're going to get underway here shortly. Action today brought to you from the Alpine Ice Arena, live on Facebook. We're broadcasting rinkside, and we're going to get underway here in just a minute. I did want to say yesterday we didn't get a chance to congratulate Chris Eden on his 100th cap for the league, the Red Devils, so congratulations. And just like that, we are underway. Dunedin winning a face-off. Berzins with a quick run off the side and runs it around the boards, and just like that, we're going to get an icing call, and that is great because we're going to be able to give you the starting lineups for both sides. The Dunedin Thunder, today's starting lineup: Juris Berzins, Tristan Darling, Noah Leahy, yesterday's player of the game, Greg Wilson, Kevin Jagau, and in goal, Daniel Lee. Here we go, Dunedin with another face-off victory. And that popped up and hit the net, so we're going to stop and give you the starting lineup for the Canterbury Red Devils today. That is Mason Kennedy, Jackson Lane, Taylor Kennedy, Bradley Apps. Don't have a fifth on the starters, but Damian King in goal, and underway again we go. Face-off win, gloved and caught by Damian King. We're going to do another one on the near side in the Red Devils' defensive zone. 1938, we're just underway in the first period here in Christchurch. The Red Devils and Thunder, game 2 of the weekend. Face-off win by the Devils. Don't quite clear the zone. Thrown back in by right at Damian King. Looked like Hurring got a quick wrister off. Not quite on target, but still stopped anyways. And another face-off in the Red Devils defensive zone. Devils with a win on the face-off and get out of their defensive end, flip in. And Daniel Lee plays behind his net. Slow it down. Hechtel throwing the puck around the boards into the near corner. Going around the backside, but Dunedin grabbing it. The Thunder move on out with a slightly loose pass going back to the Devils. 3-on-5 coming back in. Devils being patient on offense here. Trying to work it behind. Quick wrister. Hechtel gets off a wrister. It doesn't quite work Daniel Lee too much. And everybody over the boards for a quick change. Devils throw it out, and it gets thrown right back in by Roth. And we're going to play back and forth a little bit here in neutral ice. Puck controlled by the Devils behind. Looking to break out. Roth with a bit of an intercept there. Egan with a good check. Taylor Kennedy with a good shot, and probably the best opportunity so far. Daniel Lee with a good stop with the glove right on the post line. Looked like that was a goal saver there, so good work for him. 18-10 to go in the first period, and early offense opportunities for the Devils. Yesterday's game started off with a very defensive-minded first period, so this is a nice offensive change for both sides to jump on it today. No goals yet, but that was the good first opportunity that the Devils were looking for. After a face-off win, the Devils go back and set up their offense. To the far sideboard. Long pass, cross ice, kept in. And another shot, Damian Lee holds on to it. Number 28 is new today. Is that Graham? I believe that was Graham. No, Justin Fuller. Justin Fuller back in uniform for the Devils today. And I believe we have Dean Tonks back as well. Played a key role in last year's run to the playoffs. It'd be nice to have him back out there. I think he's here today and playing, but we'll see. Fuller managing to grab the puck after the face-off win for the Devils, playing it into the corner. Dunning with it. Thunder hold on to it and try to break out. Patient offensive setup by the Thunder. Devils take the opportunity to get some changes out there for defense. Devlin looking for a long pass, but a turnover, quick turnover, and a fast shot. Doesn't bother Lee much. Devils keep it in the zone. Hand pass called though. Hand pass forward, so it's going to be a face-off just outside the zone. A frenetic pace and quick start to the first period, unlike yesterday. These teams are clearly familiar with one another and trying to get a leg up as quickly as possible today in what should be another offensive breakout for both clubs. Face-off won by the Devils. Walked in against the boards. Moved around and cleared. Herring drops off to Oliver. Oliver trying to take it in with some speed, but gets held up at just after the blue line by Banks. Puck drops in behind the net. Hayde with a long shot off target, off behind the boards, and actually falls all the way out of the offensive end. Thunder reset. Try to move the puck back. Flips up, comes out, and just over the boards there into the net of the Alpine Ice Arena side boards. So we're going to have a face-off. Roth loses the face-off for the Thunder. The Devils take it all the way in the zone, but aren't able to contain it. Kennedy makes a play on it. Egan as well. Kennedy gets a touch on it. Egan moves back, and heavy hit on the sideboard here. Hill with the puck. Moved out. Thunder get possession, dump it in. Kennedy picks it up, sends it back to Hill, and the Devils move it out. Back and forth we go at neutral ice until the Thunder throw it all the way in. Kennedy chases, Apps around to the corner. Turnover, or not able to do anything with it for the Thunder. Light wrister coming in quickly. Oh, and a fantastic glove save. Damian King on top of things. A long, slow wrister kind of floats in lightly on the ice and gets all the way into Damian King with a quick bounce that comes out of it, which was unfortunate. But what was about to happen was a flip right over his head into the net, and King's cat-like reflexes grab it. And just like that, another face-off win for the Thunder, another wrister. No problem with King seeing the puck all the way in, puts his glove on it, and stops action. Jagao in the face-off circle for the Thunder. Beats Lane. Dunning moving around. A quick shot by the Thunder. Didn't get on target there. Devils move it out, take a long shot. Looks like we might have an icing depending. Nope. Lee plays it. Hybrid icing called off. Line change for both sides. Eden flips it back in. Thunder tried to set up, or not quite able to yet. Hechtel chases. 4 of the 5 Thunder all the way back, so they're setting up their offense. Herring with the puck there. Kennedy with a quick turnover. Whips in a wrister to the upper right corner, and that is seen all the way by Lee. Gloves the save, holds it, and we're going to have a face-off. Both teams definitely taking their offensive opportunities in the first period. More, not many quality chances, but chances nonetheless, trying to get a leg up on the offense immediately. And smartly so, because the first goals make a very big difference in this series so far. Herring with it, pushes it forward, neutralized. Referee tripped up a little bit, and the puck returns back to the Thunder end. Reese over the board on a substitution. Haid checked out of the play. Eden with an excellent shoulder check. Plays the puck into the near corner on the defensive side. Puck flipped up. Dunedin looking for the delay of game, but not going to get it. It was definitely deflected, and when it did, it went up and met the net, and we have a face-off. It's 13:36 to go in the first period. No score to this point. Face-off in the Red Devils defensive zone. Roth taking it for the Thunder. Hill winning it for the Devils. And a quick move out through center ice. Egan held up a little bit, manages to get the puck all the way into the corner, but it gets shoved out very quickly, and Banks on the return holds the puck to reset the offense for the Devils. Quick move out, but it looks like that would have been an icing, but went under a skate, so it's no icing there. Devils managed to keep the puck in the offensive zone for a moment, but just that quickly the Thunder are on a 2-on-3 and are offside. Or trying to jump into the play a little quickly. That has been his MO this weekend, trying to get velocity going across the blue line and getting opportunities, which he has. But in this case, a little anxious, jumps the blue line and stops play. Devils win the face-off, but turn over the puck in neutral ice. The Thunder kind of throw the puck in. Jagao moving it around behind the Devils' net. Darling with a shot. A light wrister that got up and was trying to get eye level with King. King handles it easily, and we have a face-off. One of the discussion points that we had with the head coaches today related to the Alpine Ice Arena. And one of the things that you'll find interesting here, if you see when the camera pans in each direction, so awfully dark patches in the building, and we'll talk more about those as we go. Not sure what the extracurriculars were there. Taylor Kennedy getting into the grill of one of the Thunder players. A little leather to the face, but nothing to get called. It looked like it was an offside call, and a little of the action went beyond the whistle. The lineman and referee are looking carefully at the glass and decide that it's all okay. Getting back to the point on that, still waiting for a couple of things for the referees. They need to move the face-off outside of the zone, and they do. A little bit of chaos here before this face-off. Thunder win it, but throw it in. The Devils clear the zone. get back to neutral ice. Thrown in by the Thunder. Nash moving around to get control of the puck. Passes it around. And a 3-on-2 break for the Devils. Taken out physically there at the blue line and turned over. Fuller with the puck again. And the Devils reset their offense. Haid doing his best to forecheck, but not making any contact. Banks attempting to move the puck across the blue line and gets called for offside. So when you take a look at the building here, you'll notice that the ends of each of the sides has a very large black painted area. And what always happens in the Alpine Ice Arena is that goalies have a difficult time seeing pucks that are at eye level because of the black background that they have to deal with. We saw this yesterday change in the second period. We'll continue in just a moment. Kennedy managing to keep that in the zone. Another slap shot, deflected. Hechtel got a piece of it right in front of Lee. Lee had no chance if that had been on net. He was frozen basically playing the slap shot, but it ends up getting deflected up into the net. And we have a face-off in the Thunder defensive zone. About midway through the second period yesterday, both teams decided to play a more aerial route, throwing pucks in at what was glass and eye level for the goalies. And it ended up being effective. The third goal was especially effective for Dunedin, as that actually turned the game around by just throwing what was effectively a pass into the zone at the goalie. Damian King never sees it, and the third goal is scored. Rister not quite on target by the Thunder. King holds, and we have a face-off. That strategy ended up playing itself out throughout the remainder of the game yesterday, and we're seeing a continuation of it today, where lifting the puck off the ice in multiple situations seems to be paying off strategically for the offenses. Thunder winning the face-off, but giving up possession. Fuller with the puck passed forward to Apps. Apps with some velocity moving into the near side. Pass back out to Nash. Nash is going to get a shot off, and a goal. Beats Lee. Blocker side again. One of the favorites this weekend. Lee didn't have much of a chance, only 3 meters away from him. Took a quick, hard wrister. Beat him just over the blocker side. 1-0 for the Canterbury Red Devils. So the all-important first goal scored 9 minutes in, 11:01 remaining in the first period. And the Devils are off and running. Today they get the first goal. And the offense has started out effectively for the Devils today. Kuam with the puck, trying to get past Egan, or with some speed. Offsides, Barakowskis with the mullet and the offsides on that one. I think he had his hair on the correct side, but the rest of him was not on the right side of the blue line when they moved the puck across. So that's a face-off in front of the Red Devils bench. Roth and Hill for the face-off, or almost gets it, but gets tripped up in the process. Egan moves it away, holds on to possession. Another quick move, trying the same side and didn't quite get it on target, hit the outside of the net. Devils keep it in. Egan's got it around behind the net, cycling, trying to pass it out in front, but can't. Lee's missing the puck, can't see it, now finds it, sees him in the corner. Thunder win it and move out quickly. Devils a little on their back heels. Long shot, King kicks it away. And some heavy hitting in the backboards. Thunder maintaining possession, but lose it out of the zone, and everybody resets. Devils looking for a change after what was a relatively long shift. Thunder decide that the same thing is a good idea. And the puck drifts out to neutral ice. Thunder control the puck somewhat, but get it intercepted quickly. Devils with another quick wrister. Didn't get the number on that shirt, but Thunder grab it. Gavoy with it. Passes it off to Hayde. Gets out of the zone again. They have to reset. That's offsides, but they're never back. And the Thunder clear. Devils take the puck out, walk it out a little slower this time. Try and play a dump into the near side. Gets around to Lee. Continued play to get the puck out of the zone for the Thunder. Hayde with a good play. Tries to move it and deke his own person. King laying out with a fantastic save. Not able to control, but saved the goal there. Oliver with a long shot. Wrister from the point gets through, but blocked off with the left pad. Moved away, and the Thunder maintained possession. A long dump in that happened to be in King's line. He sticks his big mitt on it, freezes the puck, and we've got a face-off. Both teams making some appropriate changes on what was a pretty fast and furious 2.5 minutes since the first goal. Devils up 1-0. Jagao to take the face-off. Devils win it. Lane got his stick down and effectively made that happen. The Thunder regain control and try to move out. Errant pass. Taylor Kennedy grabs it. Wilson, cross ice. Continued cycling deep into the zone. The Thunder hold on to the puck. Another quick rebound. No shot actually gets off there, even though the puck was just in front of King's goal, and over the boards everybody goes. Reese with the puck, gets it all the way in the zone, gets it all the way to the back and around. Daniel Lee with no problem with any of the traffic in front of the net at this point. And the puck continues to be cycled behind the Thunder goal. Roth can't control. Nash grabs a quick shot at it. Back in, Egan takes it back into the Red Devils offensive end, and is unable to control. Roth with a blocked shot by Nash. Puck deep, but turned back over to the Devils, and they move out. Hechtel jumps out on this shift. Try to get a pass over to him across the crease and can't do it. The Thunder break out. 2-on-3. Oliver throws it in. Gets a shot off. King gloves it right off his own chest pad. And Oliver manages to get a shot and a face-off handled in the Red Devils defensive zone while they were trying to make a line shift. And that change allows them to get rested players out. Hayde loses the face-off there, but jumps into the corner and tries to do some gardening and pulls out a puck. Devils still working at it, Eden with it. Herring tries, doesn't get it. Devils possess it. Perver making an effort to get it out of the offensive end. Sorry, the defensive end. Thunder take possession of it as the Devils were slightly offsides and clear. Herring with the puck, moves it around, slings it back. Hayde's got it. Oliver looking for what was a garbage opportunity right in front of the net. The puck never gets through to him. Damian King with a stop. No shot, but frozen puck. 5:51 to go in the first period. And the defense is holding for the Devils so far. Face-off win by the Thunder. Berzins with a long wrister on that King saw all the way in. He's on target, puts his glove on it, and we redo it. Jagao wins the faceoff. Same thing. Wrister from the point. From the blue line. Red Devils win possession and break out. Bradley Apps with the puck right in front of the net, but unable to settle it down. Fuller takes the puck, moves it to the near side, and it gets moved around. Nash looking to grab the puck. Lane grinding, Nash grinding. And eventually the puck is won by the Thunder behind the net. Pass out to Koslet. The puck goes behind the net. Devils control it again and pass it out. Long pass. Bradley Apps with a pass back to Fuller. Fuller looking to meet somebody. The line change was in process. He gets it over to Hill, which was actually a pretty slick back pass. Moves it around to Reese. Reese gets it back in. Fuller comes around to the near side. Cycles it. Reese still with the puck. Barakowskis grabs it and sends it all the way down for what should be an icing call, and is. The lineman coming over, making sure Devlin doesn't sneak out onto the ice for a change for the Thunder. Icing against them, so the Devils get to change, but Dunedin doesn't. Face-off coming. 4:26 remaining in the first period, 1-0. Canterbury Red Devils with the lead. Devils win the puck here. Move it around. Perver had it. Moves to Kennedy. Puck hits the, well, this is going to be interesting. It actually hit one of the rafters up top. And depending on how that's ruled, it may be in or out of the offensive zone. It's going to be a face-off in the Thunder defensive end. Probably because that puck started in the defensive end. The Thunder win it. Or with a very quick move out the left side, just like he was doing yesterday, using his speed to generate an opportunity, but doesn't quite get the backhander off against King. Devils take possession. Hechtel with a dump in and takes a shoulder charge on that. Thunder win it back and move through neutral ice. Oliver chases, Haid chases. Devils maintain possession, flip it out. A little late on a change for the Devils, and the Thunder actually just dump it back in to get themselves reorganized and with new personnel. A flip in against King. Again, that was one of those can you see it pucks. And this time he did. Long length pass to Eden. Trying to get somebody, Lane or Banks, and can't. Nash available, but just takes the shot anyways and ends up with a right blocker save off of Lee. Fuller with the puck defensively. And the Devils break out. Apps. Fuller trying to get it back, doesn't give it to Lane, actually takes a quick shot, bounces right off of Lee, turns around, moves outside, another long shot, didn't get the number. That was Mason Kennedy off to his brother Taylor. Sorted in, and everybody looking for a change. A very continuous first period so far. Not many breaks. Very flowing hockey, lots of changes. The Devils knock it in. For a moment, hold possession behind the net, but unable to hold it. Twisted back around. Puck flipped up and cleared. Thunder 3-on-2 here. And a penalty, the first penalty of the game coming up. This will be against the Red Devils. It looks like a hooking call is coming up. hooking on the Red Devils. 2 minutes in the bin, coming up for, well, now I'm thoroughly confused. It was actually on Roth. The penalty is against the Thunder on what was an offensive 3-on-2. And in that 3-on-2, Roth commits a hook, nullifying what was probably one of their better offensive opportunities. And with 1:46 to go in the first period, the Devils will get the opportunity to go on the power play. Bad face-off. We'll try that all over again. Eden moving into the circle, taking on Greg Wilson. And we're 5-on-4 with the Devils. Power play. Wilson's managed to win the face-off eventually. Throws the puck all the way down. Taylor Kennedy to Banks. Banks moves it around. Devils setting up for an offensive run here. Hector with a puck moves across the blue line. Looking for a pass, doesn't quite connect. Leaves it for Eden, moves it around. Banks with a long wrister, deflected, dangerous shot, but didn't quite get through. Devils being patient on offense, moving it around. Low shot, deflected away, hits the boards. Eden not able to hold it in. Wilson clears, Banks gets it, and the Devils reset their offense. 36 seconds left in the period. Devils back on offense, 5-on-4. This is a continuation of the power play. Cycling 4 on the outside, playing a box and 1. Little bit of, let's see, that was a quick wrister. I think it was Fuller there. Fuller trying to get what was a bit of a surprise thrown at Lee with some traffic out in front of the goal. Didn't quite work out that way, and it ends up hitting the top of the board and up into the net, into the rafters. So, face-off outside the zone. Devils win it with 15 seconds remaining in the period. Egan. Egan takes a quick shot, wrister, hits Lee in the shoulder, and that's the end of the first period. So, after one, an exciting first period with a lot more offense today in the first stanza. The penalty that remains for that hook is 15 seconds that's going to go into the second period. Canterbury Red Devils 1-0 over the Dunedin Thunder at this point, heading into the first intermission. So just a couple of things to add to the situations for both teams as they run off into the locker rooms. The Red Devils yesterday managed an overtime loss to the same Dunedin Thunder team, which got them another point. Dunedin, obviously, with the overtime win. That gives them, the Thunder 1-3-1, gives them 5 points. The Devils 0-5-1-1, gives them 3 points. So while today's game is between the third and fifth place teams in the league, they are very much in this as contenders to get back into that third place, chasing the Sky City Stampede, winners last night as well, 2 games this weekend. So lots to play for. We're going to come back here in the second period in just a few minutes. We'll actually show the scoreboard, and you'll see it come back. We'll see in about 10 minutes from now for action in the second period from the Alpine Ice Arena in Christchurch, New Zealand. Canterbury Red Devils 1, Dunedin Thunder 0 after 1. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Arena in Christchurch, New Zealand. Second period about to start. Dunedin Thunder, Canterbury Red Devils. Devils up 1-0 after one. There's a hooking penalty with 15 seconds to go on it, so the Devils will start out 5-on-4 on the power play, and when they do, they'll be trying to beat Daniel Lee, which they've done once so far. And when they do get underway here, looks like Devlin and, well, let's see who's taking the face off here. It was Hayde, and the Thunder win it, flip the puck all the way into the Devils' defensive end, and that will mostly effectively kill the penalty. Devils are going to break out and see what they can do 5-on-4 to start. 2-1, and they are back 5-on-5, but a good attempt. A second shot. Throwing the puck all the way down. Icing avoided. Lane's wrister was set aside easily, but Devlin and the Thunder working to get an offensive opportunity early here in the second. Turnover to neutral ice, but the Thunder are going to recover. Hayde with the puck. Berzin's moving it around. Turned over, quick 3-on-1. Pass in front. No shot off on Lee. Does get back to him and hit his pads, and the Thunder recover. Attempt to flip it out and do. Tipped at the blue line apparently for no icing, which is a little hard to believe, but I guess it caught a short there or something. Devils move out, flip it in. No changes yet, trying to scramble behind the net. Hector with a puck in the just outside the corner, moving it back around. Grabs it again. Plowed up against the board. The Thunder grab the puck. Wilson grabs it, breaks out. 3-on-2, 3-on-3. Moving it around in front of King. It actually got through. It was a pass originally and made its way to King's right blocker pad. And the Devils break out. Reese with the puck. Held up a little bit. 2-on-3. Puck almost into the corner. And just like that, with a 2-on-3, the Devils forecheck manages to get them a face-off in the Dunedin Thunder defensive zone. Puck flying out of the ice surface and taking a chunk out of the skate higher sign just behind the boards over here. 18:02 remaining in the second period, 1-0. Banks with a long slap shot, and Lee has no idea how he missed that. Banks with a sniper shot that Lee saw all the way. And although it was all the way in on him, highly visible, he still manages to sneak the puck past Lee, who's getting some consolation on a goal that really could be considered soft. That goal, 2:02 into the second period. We have 17:58 remaining. Devils up 2-0 over the Thunder. And off the face-off, the Devils commit icing on one of the slower icing dump-ins you'll see. Puck going all the way back for a face-off in the Devils' defensive zone. Face-off won by the Thunder. Kept in, cycled around. Banks, the goal scorer, grabs it. Deflected and knocked out, although they're going to have a discussion about whether it was directly sent out. And it was not. The assist on the goal from Banks goes to Luke Hill. Single assist on that, off the face-off win. And again, it's 2-0. Canterbury Red Devils with the lead. Face-off coming in the defensive zone for the Devils. Hyde wins that face-off. Shot in by Hurring. No effect. Slung around. Kept in at the blue line momentarily. And Devlin had a quick opportunity with it. Kept it in. Continuing to fight on the near boards, but puck slung out. Hayde grabs it in their defensive end and moves out. Perver's skate gets in the way of that puck, and Oliver has to chase. Dunedin move out, or manages to catch a penalty. This was an unfortunate one, but I think it was Chris Eden ended up getting a little low as Orr was coming in, and Orr's stick, the shaft of the stick kind of got to the back of the neck of, it was Perver actually. I'm going to have him come off here, and the trainers are actually going to take a quick look at him. He took a shot, what looked like the back of his head. It didn't look malicious or intended. And Orr goes off, but what's confusing is Lilly also is off. So Lilly steps into the penalty box, and there's two players over there, although I do see only 2 minutes on for the Thunder. So if Lilly is serving, it's still 5-on-4. The Devils on the power play, but just a one-man power play. So we'll continue on here as the Orr penalty was the only one called for a cross-check. Devils hold the puck, cycle it. Banks has it. Back to Hechtel. Tipped and clears the zone. Devils have to reset. Minute 30 left in the power play. Sent in from the red line. And Lee grabs the puck, plays it. Thunder try to sling it around, and we'll be able to send it all the way down the ice. Berzins chases it, but Nash is able to recover the puck and reset for the Devils as they break out. Across the blue line, and the puck moves out while the Thunder look to get a bit of a change. Hurring chasing the puck as the Devils move in. Fuller with it. Passes it to Nash. Nash gets off a one-timer, just slightly misses the frame of the net there, but otherwise a good shot. Kennedy comes on. Mason Kennedy's back on defense. Puck fought for behind the boards, and the referee's seen enough that it's not moving anywhere. Bradley Apps didn't want anything to do with it, so we're going to have a face-off with 32 seconds remaining in the Orr cross-check. Red Devils leading the Thunder, and they're on the power play. 15:32 remaining in the second period. Devils win the face-off. Pass around, Fuller not able to hold it. Tips Oliver's pass, Lane chases. Hayde with it. Hayde able to get control. Hayde cycles back, goes behind the net, flings it all the way down, actually gets on King's net. So the goalie with the shot on goal. And 6 seconds to go. Eden crosses the blue line, tries to get a pass across ice. Capable of doing it. Lee leaps out of position completely. And we're looking at Lane being held right in front of the net before the puck was covered up, but no penalty being called here. Everything was fair and A-OK by the referee at this point, so we're going to have 5-on-5 hockey again. Orr's time is served, and 14:57 to go in the second. Hechtel in for our Perver in for the face-off against Jagar. Jagar actually grabs it. Jagar passes it across to the blue line, gets it to one of his teammates. And it's turnover. Devils manage to get control of it. A dangerous pass across the blue line, and Banks grabs the puck off the boards. Perver has it, but has to clear the zone. Dev's onside. Eden with a long shot, not on target, moves around. Kennedy goes out for another change as they pull up for a big check against Jagao. And the Thunder with a breakout. Wilson with the puck. Wilson can't get the puck to Jagao. Darling misses it. Devils clear, but possession retained by the Thunder. Barakauskas looking to sneak in there, but Fuller with the puck passes it off to Apps. Neutral ice moves in. Lane looking for a pass, but doesn't quite get to him. Kennedy chases. That was Mason on that one. Thunder swing it around, and the Red Devils reset. Slowly pulling it across and flipping it in behind the net. The Devils give up possession. Coulon with the puck, walking it all the way across his blue line. The Thunder over the boards for their own switch. And they're unable to hold it in. So that Haid holds on to it, moves behind the net. I think it was Hopkins that missed that pass. And possession fought for and dumped in again in the Thunder defensive end. The Thunder break out here. Get across the blue line. King with, just like that. Just as the everybody's kind of waiting for something to happen there. I think that was Paris Haid. We'll see. Took a very high velocity shot after taking a very high velocity skate up the near side of the boards here. And Damian King looking at his defense, asking questions that should be asked as to why they did not get back on defense for that particular play. That particular 1-0 skate right in on the goal was a breakaway that just seemed preventable by position, but nobody quite picked up Haid. So 2-1, Thunder get one back, but the Red Devils continue to lead. And with possession and 12:23 left on the clock, we continue at neutral ice. Banks with the puck. Eden with the receipt of the touch pass, moves it in all the way behind the net. Slung out, turned over, and the Thunder break out 2-on-2. Bursons flings it against a stick, indirect. And the Devils take the puck out. Turnover at neutral ice. Thunder start again. Bursons moves it across to Haid for a lucky shot attempt and doesn't really cause King any harm. Another long, low shot. This one by Dylan Devlin. Doesn't quite get any mustard on it. Jagao fighting for it. Once again, the Thunder requesting a 2-minute delay game for throwing it out, but it didn't work that way. We're going to have a face-off near side in the Red Devils defensive zone. 11:23 to go in the second period. 2-1 Red Devils. Face-off won by Jagao, flips it out. Long shot. King gloves it aside. Doesn't squeeze it, goes back out to Devlin. Thunder reset. And this is the most sustained pressure that the Thunder have had in the entire second period thus far. Devlin again tries to get it at the blue line, but unable to. That moves out to Wilson. He holds the puck. Fuller steals it, tries a wraparound, and does it. What an absolutely excellent show of individual skill by Fuller. Glad to have him back. 3-1 Devils. Bad turnover on the Thunder end. And that just can't be replicated. You have a turnover in an area where Lee should be able to have every right to catch that puck, freeze the puck, whatever he wants to do, but ends up having to face what was a backhanded pass to himself. Fuller manages to get a lift on that puck and gets it high up over Lee. And just like that, against the run of play for the last 5 minutes, the Devils re-extend their lead 3-1 with a 2-goal advantage. Devils trying to play out of their defensive zone. George Hopkins with the puck for a moment, took it out, brought it in, and the Thunder were offside going in on that offensive effort. Welcome back, Mr. Fuller. That was one of the missing pieces to the Red Devils this year has been the departure of 3 players from last year. Archer, Long, and Puntareri last year accounted for 45 goals on the season. Having a more offense at any given time is going to be very effective for the Devils. A decent defensive squad, but definitely missing in the offensive end. Welcome back, Mr. Fuller. Thunder with the puck behind their net, trying to break out. Hechtel causing issues. High shot slung in along the boards. Pervert chases. Chris Eden trying to get in there, but the Thunder catch on and move the puck around. King slides across the face of his goal. And the Devils manage to get it back and get it out with the Thunder chasing. The Devils over the boards for a change. Long pass sent in. Looks like an icing coming, and it is. Thunder commit icing, so we're going to have their same 5 held out on the ice. 9:19 to go in the second period. 3-1. Canterbury Red Devils leading by 2 goals over the Dunedin Thunder. We're going to have a face-off in the far corner, the Thunder defensive end. Jackson Lane loses that face-off. Sent around, Thunder win it. Hayes Darling. And turned over. Mason Kennedy with 2 flips at it. Moves it into the zone. But turned over to the Thunder. Thunder pop it up into the air. Play the aerial route. Send Darling chasing, but really to set up their changes. Devils holding it behind their net. Darling giving them all they can handle with 3 guys back. Managing to slow things down. And it causes a turnover to Wilson, to Darling. Excellent opportunity on the turnover. King up to the challenge, holding it in his glove, looking at it pensively, asking what happened, but stopping it nonetheless. Mr. King might be a bit pensive after what happened to the Lions last night. Damien's an import from Great Britain. Can't say we're sorry about what we did to your rugby team, but such as it is, we'll continue on here with the face-off in the Red Devils' end. Devils win it, able to flip it just out of the zone. Perver takes it, and then slung in by the Devils' number 3, that was Hechtel. Managed to 5-hole his own defender on that. Banks holds it in after the missed shot. Gets through to Lee again. And a deflection ends up all the way halfway down the ice. 2/3 down the ice. Devils walk it in. Actually, Banks is hustling it in this time. Tries to get a little flip on Lee and does, but doesn't. Held out. Crowd's really excited about the excellent offensive output of the Devils right here, and Dunedin comes back with their own effort, but turn it over. Red Devils trying to get out of the defensive zone, turn it over at neutral ice. Slung in by Herring. Berzin's chases. Oh, Haid with a quick wrister. Beats King, but does not beat the crossbar. Alpine Ice rings out with that ever-present hockey sound of the ring of the pipe. Bounces up into the net harmlessly. Not a shot on goal if you're a statistician for hockey. Missed the net, and we're a face-off again. Taylor Kennedy around for the puck for the Devils, turns it over. Quick effort. Mason Kennedy on the, that actually hit the side netting, took the goalie's water bottle off, even though it managed to not be on target. Thought it was a goal for a moment there, but Mason Kennedy giving everything of his body out on the ice, splayed out, and required that shot to go high, which it did, and wasn't quite on target, and that prevented a second goal for Dunedin. So it's a face-off in the far corner. Lane lost that face-off to the Thunder, turned around and skated into the near corner. Held up again, Herring with a flip onto King, and King pinches it onto the ice for another face-off. Definitely picked up the pace for the Dunedin Thunder. 6:41 to go in the second period. A lot more offensive intensity by the Thunder, but nothing paying off quite yet this period, or at least the second half of this period. A tussle in the near corner. A penalty coming up. This will be against the Red Devils. Haid with it. And the Devils finally get possession as they head slash going to, let's see who this is. Mr. Banks, number 16, Mr. Robert Banks will be serving 2 minutes. Now there's 6:21 to go in the second period, 3-1. And Dunedin with a power play. Fuller having a quick discussion with the lineman. Lost part of a tooth on that, it looks like. That is the life of a hockey player. You pay your dental insurance, and you're never late on that one. Power play coming up for the Dunedin Thunder. Jagao waiting in the near face-off circle in the Red Devils' defensive end. Jagao wins it. It goes out to a long slap shot, but nothing on it. Kozlet with a long shot. King able to grab it and freeze it. And we'll have another face-off coming up here. George Kozlet, a late add this Sunday afternoon to the Thunder roster for the game. He's been on the roster, actually. I don't want to be incorrect about that. He was just added to the lineup today. And we have another face-off the near side. Get underway again. Devils with a win on that. Clear it. Sent all the way in. Bouncing puck to Lee. He chooses to set it back down. Lets Kozlet grab the puck. Breaks out with Jagao on his right. Move it across. Colomb waiting for a pass to come across. Goes back to the blue line to Wilson. Wilson holds. Looks for a long slap shot. Not there. Back out. Wilson takes a heavy shot. Hits the backboard. Jagao with a swipe at it. Doesn't quite get there. Darling with a loose pass gets deflected back out, and the Thunder have to reset outside the blue line. Kozlik comes in, and Kozlik picks up his trail skate just at the last moment and ends up causing an offside. And that's going to be a face-off outside the zone with 1 minute and 2 seconds remaining on the power play for the Dunedin Thunder. 5:23 to go in the second. A real test here for the Thunder to see if the offensive momentum that they have will actually carry through to the scoreboard, or if it's just a long sustained pressure that doesn't pay off. The Thunder controlling the puck in the near corner. Slung around behind the net. Back out to Oliver. Oliver manages to keep it in. Devlin with a long shot, kicked aside right blocker. Possession maintained by the Thunder. Around the net, trying to squeeze it in. Nobody's home. Move it back out to Devlin on the blue line. Long shot. Doesn't get everything on that, Devlin, and gets it nice and high, but King's up to the challenge, puts it in his glove, and stops play with 27 seconds remaining on the power play. 4:48 to go. Line changes for everybody, and 4 fresh bodies for the Red Devils on the power play here. Cade manages to win the faceoff for the Thunder. Devlin waits for the puck on the point, but they go the other direction. Around to Berzins. High shot in. Kalum is going to get thrown out to the penalty box himself for slashing against King after the play. A pretty undisciplined play by the Dunedin Thunder here. And it's Pierre-Luc Kalum. He's going to take 2 minutes for slashing here with 8 seconds to go on the original power play. So we're going to play 4-on-4 to start. And what was really just a passionate, non-thinking penalty to slash the goalie after the play had been called dead. The Thunder end up taking a penalty after what was a pretty decent effort on the offensive side for the power play. They are now a man down with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Darling with the puck. Wilson trying to get a shorthanded shot off. Doesn't quite. Devils pass it out into nobody. Kozlik grabs it, and the Thunder are managing to kill off another long segment of time for the Devils power play. Darling ends up with a puck to, or a stick back to the face of Eden, and ends up getting away with it. No harm, no foul, no blood, I guess. And in the process, the Devils try to reset. They grab the puck on a turnover in the offensive zone, and a goal, a backhander. The Thunder are trying really hard to say that there was a hook, but it turns out that's not the case. Everybody's unhappy in green, and the Devils are now up 4-1. So there's some discussion yet at the referee slash scorers table as they have a discussion. In either case, Daniel Lee has come to the sideline, the bench over here, for what looks like a goalie change to Kane Easterbrook, number 72 for the Dunedin Thunder. Not terribly convinced that was Daniel Lee's issue there. A turnover right in front of him on a power play, leaving him quite exposed. So I'm gonna give him a bit of a pass on this. He did let in a relatively easy goal earlier in the game, but that last one really didn't have a whole lot to do with him in the sense that it was a bang-bang play right in front. And as the discussion continues on in front of the scorer's table, Haid points back at what he says was a hook that happened before the goal occurred. The goal has been scored. Dean Tonks unassisted. And it is 4-1 Canterbury Red Devils. 3:21 to go. Thunder take over with the puck, turn it over, or trying to get back. And another goal, right, just right out in front. Bradley Apps with a 5th goal for the Canterbury Red Devils. And honestly, Kane Easterbrook jumps right into the fire on this. Never saw a shot before that. And he's hurt just like that. His hand looks like he took an odd angle at that and ended up falling on it, but ended up also giving up the goal on a really, really nice shot from Bradley Apps. And like that, 5-1. Timeout to the Dunedin Thunder. So we have a 30-second timeout while we get everything back in order. A hectic 2 minutes for the Devils here. 5-1 is the score, and something that they were unable to do yesterday, stringing together 4 goals but turning around and giving up 2 at the end and losing in overtime instead of having that natural downtime that they have tended to have this season. They've kept the intensity nice and high and ended up scoring yet again while Dunedin was still trying to figure out what was going on. Easterbrook is heading back out into net, so that is a change that's going to stick around. 5-1 as we get underway after the 5th goal. Some more checking by the lineman on the what looks like either the score. We'll see what's going on here. No news is good news, and the Red Devils end up with the face-off win. Banks takes the puck, moves it back in the defensive zone, slings it forward into the Thunder. Darling with it at neutral ice, moves it in to Wilson. Wilson back to Darling. Darling held up, unable to get a shot off. Egan charging across, but not able to get it into the zone. Darling with it. Passes it across neutral ice to Burzins. Controls to Lee, yesterday's player of the game. And we have a hold up in play. Not sure what that was, whether it was offsides or it was out of, yeah, it looks like an icing call actually. It was slung in just behind the red line, but it looked like it hit a player on the way in. Apparently it did not. So Dunedin with the ice. No substitutions, of course, and we continue with the Thunder winning that face-off. Chagall with it, Wilson loses it. Another offensive opportunity, Egan with a shot, goes high, goes around the net, and a 6th goal. Did not see who got the stick on that the last second, but the goal lifted over Easterbrook. And the Red Devils are on fire. 3 goals in the last couple of minutes here. And it's 6-1. Excellent play by Egan to get in on a high speed. It wasn't quite a breakaway. He did have somebody on him pretty heavily, but managed to get the puck around the net after the shot. The rebound's there, and they score. So 6-1. The Thunder grab the puck off the face-off or throws it in. Haid tries to chase down King looking for an icing, but wasn't available. Thunder grab it, and just like that, Haid says, "What are you doing here? I want in on this party." 6-2. Dunedin Thunder with a goal. Defense is optional in the second period, apparently, and they've managed to claw one back in what was a scramble in the defensive end. Everybody looking for the offensive jump, and I think Dunedin just took advantage of the fact that nobody wanted to play defense there. So some bad habits creeping back in, but with a 4-goal lead, that's an easy one to stomach at this point. Devils grab possession after the face-off won by the Thunder, and we cycle around with Nash and the puck. Or with a turnover at the blue line, managed to get it back. Haid with a bit of a trip on lane there, but didn't look intentional or directional, so we play on. Oliver sends it in. King plays it at the center ice. Thunder regain possession. Roth with it. Nash kicked into the boards as they move the puck around. A whiff on that turnaround shot. Apps with it, almost all alone, but gets covered up by the defense quickly for the Thunder, and the Thunder throw it back in nice and high into the corner, near corner, and the Devils clear. Hopkins with the puck gets away from a 2-on-1 charge. Reese with it. And the frenetic pace keeps up with 15 seconds remaining in the second period. Heavy play into the near side boards where the benches are. Egan with an attempt, but he lost the puck on the way in. Reese with it, passes it around. Hill with what was a seeing eye puck, almost got through, and that is the second period. As some very tired players start to bring themselves off the ice. Fast, offensive, speedy play by both sides. But the difference was the Red Devils were able to take advantage and get the puck past Daniel Lee several times, causing a goalie change and a 6-2 lead after the end of 2 periods. So as the teams head to the locker rooms here, it's very obvious that the speed game is what Canterbury was looking to get going, and they have today. So we'll see what the Thunder have in store with a 4-goal deficit after 2. Their streaky play yesterday indicates that this is anything but over with. And we have a 4-goal lead for the home side going into the third period of play. So we'll get back with you here in another 10 minutes as we take a break here at the Alpine Ice Arena in Christchurch, New Zealand. The NZIHL on Facebook. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you for third period action in just a few. All right, welcome back, everybody. Third period action about to start here at the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, Christchurch, New Zealand. Canterbury Red Devils, a home team, up 6-2 over the Dunedin Thunder. My name is Matt Chavez. I'm calling the action for you today. And as part of the action calling, sometimes it involves an apology. Two men I need to apologize to. Mr. Fuller, you're not here. Mr. Tonks, Dean Tonks, one of the more famous Red Devils, and famously wore number 4 for a long time, was out on the ice impersonating Mr. Fuller today. So it is Dean Tonks in number 28. He's the one without the nameplate on his jersey and has been absolutely influential in this game. So we're going to go back through some of the scoring now that we have live stats back and available for the game. You can also find them, the hockey nuts among you, which is pretty much everybody. IIHF has these live and in real time generally. So let's go back through the story of the game today as we get ready for the third period. The players are getting back out on the ice, but let's go back through it. First goal for the Devils, Kyle Nash from absent Tonks, and the penalty was Benedict Roth for hooking there. The second period we'll get to as soon as the action gets a break. The Devils lose the face-off to start with. The Thunder get going with a 4-goal deficit. Throw the puck all the way in and maintain possession. Berzins grabs it as it falls behind the blue line and they reset. Thunder looking to jump all over this. Wilson chases but unable to get it. Tonks with the puck. Lane in front, Tonks with a shot. Easterbrook able to, and up for the challenge. Penalty coming against the Devils here. Didn't see where that was at, but it's a high stick called. That high stick goes against. Even the Dunedin Thunder players are looking around saying, was that against me? But it turns out that was Jackson Lane that's going to serve 2 minutes for a high stick for the Devils. So the Thunder quickly take advantage of a mistake by the Red Devils and go on the power play. Orr charges the puck after the Devils win it. Can't get it and sling. Devils sling it all the way down to reset. And as we get underway here with the power play for the Thunder, Jackson Lane's penalty is called out, and the Thunder get started from behind their own net. Pass forward, misses Hayde. Devlin grabs it, swings it all the way back into the corner, gives it to Oliver. Devils make a change. The Kennedy brothers are out on defense, and the Thunder can't get out from behind their own net. Long pass attempt to Orr. Orr unable to control it. Devils clear the zone immediately, and the puck is straddled for right at center ice in front of the benches. Herring working to get the puck in. Oliver with it around the back side. Moved around, a bit of a slap shot attempt, blocked. Oliver takes a bit of a shot in the corner, moves it around. Hayde charges. Devils finally clear it. Passed back in. That's an ice if it's called, and it is. A complete mental lapse by Devlin. With 30 seconds to go on the power play, the Devils end up getting a very fortunate break with an icing call against the Thunder. So to go, while we have a moment, second goal, Robert Banks from Luke Hill, and we're back underway. So we'll try and get that when there's a bit more of a break. Thunder with the puck. They move out 3-on-4, trying to get in for what is the remainder of this penalty, this high sticking penalty. Hill works hard, moves it out of the zone, and there's a hand pass. And there's going to be a face-off just outside the blue line for, oh, it's going to be right at center ice, actually. 7 seconds to go on the Thunder power play. Perver and Jagau tussle for it. Wilson grabs it initially, but it's won by the Devils, who then take it in. The penalty's over. Banks with a quick wrist backhand, doesn't quite get anything on it. And for the moment, it's kept in. Slung in and given up. Easterbrook plays it, and the Thunder break out. Looks like another ice that was at Hopkins. That was a lazy dump in. It was just not over the center line, and it ends up going straight in as another Thunder mental error starting this third period. Perver wins the faceoff, dumped the puck around, no shot, and the Thunder grab it and break out 2-on-5. Turned right back around, tossed around neutral ice, and the puck tied up for a little bit, or the Thunder go back and chase. Devils over the boards for a change, and while the Thunder try to get their offense started, Lane manages to disrupt that, and everybody goes back. Bradley Apps heads out. And the Thunder just cannot get anything started here. Tonks with the puck. Takes a shoulder charge. And the Thunder finally able to break out 3-on-3. Taylor Kennedy with a good shoulder check. Disrupts the play. Thunder get the puck back. Oh, solid hit on the sideboard by, which Kennedy was that? That was Mason. Hayde goes charging in, but completely oblivious to the Thunder player on the other side of the ice that hadn't cleared the zone at that point, so it's offsides. Not an intentional, but they're going to go ahead and face it off right in front of the Red Devils bench. Hayde wins it, charges forward, can't control the puck. Nash charges in. Puck moved around. Oliver takes a quick whack at it, but the Devils able to clear it out. Possession turned over. Banks saves the day trying to get the puck out of the Red Devil zone, and the Thunder regroup. Puck tussled for, and right out in front, Eden tries to get a turnover out in front of Easterbrook's goal. Mason Kennedy with a long slap shot comes, they're just trolling in to grab the puck just before it would otherwise have gone over the blue line. Takes kind of a heavy shot, lifts it, doesn't get everything on it, ends up hitting Easterbrook in the glove. Glove doesn't close on it, and the puck goes flying behind Easterbrook, out of play. Face off out of the zone. Jagau wins it, but turns it over. Hill gets it for the Devils, and they set up their offense. A flick to nobody at center ice, and it cost them some territory as the Kennedy brothers set up an exit. A stick is broken in half by the Thunder. Darling wastes a lot of time coming over to the bench, ends up substituting as opposed to just grabbing a stick. And the Devils continue to place a heavy defensive load on the offensive efforts of the Thunder. And that missed one-timers somewhat indicative of how the third period has gone for the Thunder so far. Kennedy passes out to center ice. Hand pass not brought down directly again. That's being called rather strictly so far this game. Hand passes can't move the puck forward in any way. They have to be dropped immediately to the player. Otherwise, you're called for a forward hand pass, which is a face-off in the prior zone. So that's what we're going to have here. And as we get back underway, it's 13:58 to go. Same score, 6-2, Canterbury Red Devils. Thunder win the face-off. Kaloum with a puck, trying to move out, and they're able to get it out to center ice. Back and forth we go. Devils gain the line. Tonks with a heavy shot, doesn't get through. Some physical play over on the far sideboards. Dunedin trying to take their pound of flesh for this game, it seems like, just playing a very heavy hitting, opportunistic defense at this point. Perver snags the puck right out of midair. Tonks passes it, doesn't quite get to his intended target. And Devlin with a big long shot from the blue line. King up to the task, blocker save, flips out and goes over the back glass. Let's get to those second period stats. Make sure we get goals. Paris Hayde with the goal. That made it 2-1. Then Dean Tonks with the third goal. A couple of penalties from there on. Dean Tonks with the fourth goal. Not the aforementioned Mr. Fuller. And then Bradley Apps with a Dean Tonks assist for the fifth. The sixth, Anton Perver. And the 6-2, Paris Hayde. And the 2 minutes, of course, was Lane Jackson. But what was the ongoing mystery in the second period was the second person that ended up sitting after Orr's cross-check, and that was a 10-minute misconduct that was served at the same time as the cross-check. And we'll get back to that in just a minute here. Hayde with the puck, passes it off. A couple of deflections and goes into the near corner. Devils defensive zone. King up to another shot there. Playing positionally. And the whistle sounds, not sure exactly what it was for, but I believe it's because the puck was either not seen or was on the back of the net at that moment. And that ends up being a face-off that otherwise wasn't necessarily caused by the goalie. And Jagao takes a shot without the puck dropping. And strangely, they kick Lane out. And away they go. Darling with a heavy shot, nowhere on target. Tonks clears. Bradley Apps almost gets away with a one-on-nobody, but can't, and manages to get the puck back behind the net. Devils try to set up an offensive opportunity, but can't. And 2-on-3 for the Thunder. Wilson loitering with intent near the goal, but the Thunder unable to get a pass to him. Puck comes to him at that point. And as he charges in, 1-on-4, trying to get some sort of an opportunity, he flings the puck behind the net. Three Devils coincide with the defense there and eventually are able to clear. Long low shot that was fully offside. and another discussion as to whether that was intentional or not, and it looks like it was. So this puck will be moved all the way back to the defensive end of the Dunedin Thunder for a face-off. 6-2, Canterbury Red Devils with 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third period. Looking to hang on for the split series for the weekend. Haid runs the puck across for Herring. Herring takes a hurried shot. King run into. And Haid actually gets a pass right across the crease. And a tic-tac-toe one-timer hits the top of the net past King, who had no chance at that puck. 6-3, Dunedin Thunder. A 3-goal comfort with 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the third period for the Devils. The Thunder coming back in a very familiar way from yesterday. Remember yesterday they were down 4-2 with not that much time to go and managed to get those last 2 goals to get to overtime and get a win. The Thunder must be thinking, of course, the same kind of outcome is possible today. Easterbrook asking for the icing and getting it. And the Devils are actively questioning a few things in their defense and scheme over on the bench, but are otherwise not terribly bothered by the whole situation in the same way as they might have been yesterday. So a confident Red Devils team trying for a different outcome today. 6-3 with 10:37 to go in the game. Perver fighting in the corner to get the puck. And a strange bounce off Devlin's skate. It just pops up and on the short board on the side. The Alpine Ice Arena doesn't have glass on the side boards around the corner, so it's only about a meter high, and when it hit, the puck hit his skate, it actually just bounced up just that high and ends up on the board and hitting the net. So stopped play just outside the zone, and away we go again. Cullum with a puck, walked in, flung around, and Nash with it in the near corner. Cullum taking some heavy strides towards that corner, getting the puck out, but the Devils trying to get a bit at Bradley Absalone again. He's able to kind of streak forward, ends up in the corner, makes a pass, not able to connect. Tonks takes it heavily in the corner. And the Devils working hard to disrupt the Thunder on that side, trying to get an opportunity and a line change at the same time. Tonks working hard. Kennedy backing up to play the puck. And slung all the way in, looking for an icing and getting it. It looked like the change happened beforehand, so everybody that was out there will be able to stay. The Kennedy brothers will be able to stay on defense. Tonks, Eden, and Perver. 9:30 to go, 6-3. Red Devils on top. And we continue on. Perver tossed. Apparently for encroachment on the outside. Tonks to take. Beats Roth. Although Roth turns around, gets a shot, pops up, ends up hitting the net behind the goal. And we'll do it all over again. Pretty much what the Red Devils are asking for here. They wanted a bit of a momentum stop, and they're getting it with several face-offs and stoppages of play to make sure that the momentum doesn't quite catch fire for the Thunder. Successful thus far. Coslett doing his best to try to keep the puck in the zone, but can't. Eden cross-ice pass at the blue line. Moving forward, Hechtel tries to get it across into the zone, does temporarily, but slung all the way across. This, of course, is an icing because There's no power play going on right now. That's the Thunder throwing it in from their defensive blue line. King looks unimpressed at the goal right now, waiting for action to happen on his side, and it's not. So the Thunder have to take a face-off right next to their goal. Corset passes it out, turns over. The Red Devils end up with the puck, and they set up their offense. Pass into the center to Eden. Fancy stick handling, puck moving around, passes. Easterbrook not tested there, but moves and butterflies. Then a shot comes in when he can't really see it. Nash with a seeing eye shot, and it ends up hitting the equipment. Good placement, but no visibility to it. And the Devils continue on offense. Puck moving around. Scramble, Nash trying to keep it in. Does not. Hechtel fires it in. He was offside at the time. And that's where we finish off here with 8:20. We got to face off outside of the Thunder zone. Lane and Haid to take this. And as the puck moves back, Haid collects it. A shot on goal, left blocker save. Heavy defense. And the puck going out of play. It's going to be at center ice. Jacob Hurring making quite the effort to get a body in front of the net, and some after play shenanigans going on as well. Abs and Haid having a quick discussion about who's got better hair. Haid wins this one, mostly because he has some. And Haid makes his way off to center ice to take the face-off against Lane. Lane with the win. Possession fought for, Nash going after it. Thunder end up with it, fire it in. And what was supposed to be a dump in ends up being caught in center field by the handy glove of Mr. Damian King. And King's glove flashing ends up slowing the play down again to the benefit of the Red Devils. Face-off won by the Thunder. Working hard to try to get some sort of a shot towards goal, but haven't yet. Oliver throws it back in. It was originally going to be an offsides, but Devils play it all the way out. Banks takes it 200 feet, takes the shot. Hard shot there by Eden. Misses, hits the board quickly, and causes Darling to get an opportunity. Goal mount. Let's see, the goal came off. And that is why the stoppage in play. I didn't get the number of who slid across the, I want to say it was Tonks there. Timeout called. Timeout for the Red Devils. 30 seconds. But with Tonks laying out, there was no shot to be had, and that ends up causing the Thunder quite a bit of difficulty to actually get any type of quality shot, everybody jumping in front of it. So that's been a great positive for the Red Devils defense so far this game. Everything kind of going their way at the moment. And with the timeout ending, 7 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third period, the Thunder make their way out a little quicker than the Devils. But after that timeout, everybody's sorted and figured out for the Devils which way they want to play. And strangely, the Thunder decide to recall half of their defense two of their defenders, and everybody's now 5-on-5 on the ice and happy, and we're going to play some more hockey. Devils win and throw it down, get an ice out of this, and we're going to do it all over again. This type of a slowdown game does definitely benefit the Red Devils. It's not necessarily pretty to watch in the last couple of minutes, given the fact that they've had such an offensive explosion today, 6 goals being some of their better output for the year. This type of slowdown, they're I wouldn't say they're parking the bus in front of the net, but they are definitely being deliberate about their offensive opportunities. Lee with a shot got through, but didn't quite work out. Eden with a bit of a run down the right side and gets a shot off, but doesn't manage to cause too much effort out of Easterbrook. Bit of a slip by, I think that was Perver, and ends up not getting not keeping the offense. Then you get a 3-on. The Dunedin Thunder had a 3-on-2 opportunity. Kozlet caught again, lifting his back skate over the line and busted for cheating. Offsides by the Dunedin Thunder. I just think he's anticipating correctly, but they are calling that accurately, that the trail skate has to be down on the ice. As soon as he lifts it, he's not on that side of the zone, and that's caused him to be offsides twice this game. Same cause. Devils win this face-off. Apps with the puck going one-on-one. Great move. Loses the puck off the end of his stick. Cycles around. Offsides. Everybody's on for the Devils now, and the Thunder try to get puck out of the zone. Solid hit on the sideboard near over here, and everybody chases, gets out, and it's at neutral ice where the Thunder reset. Dumped in, and again, the low boards here end up catching the puck, and we'll have a face-off outside the zone as the puck left the playing surface. Wholesale changes for both teams. 5:52 remaining in the third period. And the Thunder are quickly running out of minutes and opportunities to square this game up. Not beyond them, of course, at this point, but their chances are dwindling as we go here. The Thunder hold on to the puck. Try to get it out, but end up dumping it over into the Devils defense. Colomb throws it into the low corner. Turnover as it comes back out. Apps working hard to get, whoa. A solid hit, a solid defensive check on that. Puck coming across, playing it back out. That was actually Reese, and in this case, Easterbrook beaten entirely. Shot can't get off there, and still trying to get a number on who had that shot. I have to admit, I'm going to miss that one here. Thunder, Jigao tries to get a shot off and can't. It was Eden with the shot before. And once again, Apps with speed through the neutral zone, tries to get one off on Easterbrook, does. Easily positioned save, and the Thunder try to continue their breakout and can't because Lane is working hard in the forecheck. Thunder moving around into center neutral ice. Tonks interrupts that and allows for a Devils change. Taken all the way in. The offensive side, the Thunder continue on. Darling flips it around to Oliver. Oliver tries a no-look. Gets all the way into King's blocker and passes it back out. Nash with the puck, taking it a long ways, about 50-meter skate on that, and then goes all the way back and turns it over. And the Thunder continue their attempted breakout. Miss to Eden. Eden drops it into the zone there. Mishandles it. Breakaway. Wilson gets a shot off. Wasn't quite a breakaway. One of the Kennedys was back. Taylor had the opportunity to get in front of him, but quality shot and didn't convert. A long, heavy shot there. That was by Devlin. Gets into King's glove, and he decides that he's kind of done for that. Squeezes it and hands it back to the lineman. 3 minutes and 14 seconds to go. The Thunder running out of time very quickly here. The Devils playing a slowdown game that has been very effective in this third period after getting the 6 goals. Tonks has his stick lifted, unable to get the puck out of the zone, but Kennedy grabs it and is able to do as far as the blue line, but not get it out. A shot swung in, not on target. Berzin's out and looking for it, gets past him. Another heavy shot by Devlin. And no offense actually getting to the net. The Thunder continue on here. Kind of an open shot and a goal. Sustained pressure by the Thunder finally pays off. I believe that was Berzin's with the 4th goal for the Thunder. And with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to go, we can officially say this is a hockey game still. So the sustained pressure provided by the Thunder on the deep forecheck ends up with what almost was a turnover situation, flipping the puck out in front of the net. Berzin's able to take a step in and take a long shot and ends up with a goal. Well, and as the Red Devils win the faceoff at center ice, it's walked all the way in. And everybody got a little excited because the red light did come on. Clearly not a goal, but the stress was about to be relieved, and it was a false red light. Devils win the face-off again, but turn it directly over to the Thunder, and they break out. We'll keep a lookout for Easterbrook, see if he comes off. Thunder holding the puck. Wilson able to get it, but a breakout for the Devils. 2-on-1, trying to get it over to Banks, unable to do so. No shot. Tonks back out. Change for the Devils, change for the Thunder. Turnover, Tonks has it all on his own. Backhand shot, Easterbrook able to cover. And the Devils missed the opportunity to salt this game away, although in all seriousness, a minute 46 is going to make it that much more difficult for the Thunder to come back. Easterbrook with a solid save. That save ends up keeping them in this game, and the Thunder managed to grab this face-off, sling the puck all the way down to Hade. Hade's able to get a handle on it, but it gets to King faster, and he swings it away. Herring trying to keep it in. The Devils grab it and sling it all the way down the ice. Thunder try to reset, turn it over. Herring unable to get it. Minute and 17 seconds to go. Dunedin just flatly unable to get the puck started here, but it was just like that when they got the 4th goal, so anything can happen. The puck swings around the far corner, out to the blue line. Devlin keeps it in, firing it around. Herring looking for a backdoor, doesn't get the puck. Herring keeps it in the near corner, around back, or out. Doesn't get to him. Puck goes all the way to the near board in the corner. Abs fights for it, and it's slung all the way down. There is no goalie at this time. We're 6-on-5. No icing is called. Not sure what the decision was, other than it could have been played. And then it's offside. The Thunder are offside, and we're going to have a face-off just outside with 26 seconds to go. So 2 goals is the lead. It's 6-4, and the Devils looking to salt this one away. Looking pretty good for them at the moment. The Devils take it, pop it out. They're offsides. The Thunder are offsides, so this is over with. Perver taking it, missing the empty net. 13 seconds to go. Slung into the defensive or the center ice area. The Thunder take the puck in offside. Jaquel a little bit too quick on that. And this one's pretty much over with, folks. So 1.9 seconds to go. And the Devils are going to get their first regulation win of the 2017 season. One more face-off to go here. They drop the puck. Everybody relaxes for a minute, and that's that. Coulomb holds on to it in a moment of sportsmanship, and the Devils get to go celebrate what is their first three-pointer game. 6-4 is the final score today. The Canterbury Red Devils defeat the Dunedin Thunder this afternoon at Alpine Sports and Entertainment Center, Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center here in Christchurch, New Zealand. We're going to have some handshakes and some discussion at center ice here, and as we finish up, strategically, it was an impressive show by the Red Devils because they were able to do what they were not able to do yesterday. They've turned around and managed to get an offensive spurt and then turn around and maintain that offensive advantage long enough to overcome what was their trademark defensive lapses after an offensive scoring barrage. So 6-4 the final. Thank you everybody for tuning in today on Facebook. The NZIHL final score, Canterbury Red Devils 6, Dunedin Thunder 4. My name's Matt Chavez. We'll see you in 2 weeks from the Alpine Ice Arena. Take care, everybody.